fling has such an impact. Watch the girl on the right. She had no idea that's who was going to pop down next to her.
Man, her and her...
Look up, and I see LeBron James. And what's going through my mind is just like, oh my God, the like, greatest player of all time in basketball is sitting next to me. Just thinking, oh my goodness, this is like the best moment of my life.
That right there might be the most articulate 12-year-old girl in America. She sits shoulder to shoulder with one of the most famous names in the world while being interviewed on national TV, yet she wasn't fazed in the slightest. Didn't seem nervous at all. It's almost like she was used to speaking with an audience. And it wasn't a short interview either. She went on like a 2-minute monologue about how amazing LeBron is and how sitting next to him was the best thing that ever happened to her. Am I insinuating that LeBron hired a child actor to promote LeBron? I'm not insinuating. This is a straight-up accusation. Child actors are a known commodity in today's world, and now that LeBron's in LA, he decided to hire one. It's that simple. Notice how the camera not only just happened to be rolling, but was also in perfect position to capture LeBron's entrance. There's a live NBA game going on, and yet the entire film crew is focused on an empty chair. I mean, Steven Spielberg couldn't have shot that any better if he tried. Also, how did the film crew know that LeBron was coming back to the bench? How were they just ready and waiting? Plus, where was he before he left the bench? And why would he come back to the bench with only a few minutes left before halftime? Let's also take note of this being a nationally televised ESPN game. Coincidence? Maybe. But what I know for sure is that if you're going to execute a publicity stunt, you want the widest possible audience. Check. You might be asking yourself why LeBron would go to such drastic measures for some positive PR. It's simple. LeBron's a billionaire. And just like all the other billionaires, he cares deeply about public perception. And with his billions, he has the resources to push those people in the right direction, towards loving them, instead of hating them or being indifferent. It's also important to mention that this is the twilight of LeBron's career, so he's thinking about his legacy now more than ever. He wants every little 12-year-old out there to know that he's the best, now and forever. If it was anyone else, this would sound crazy. I admit that. But this is LeBron James we're talking about. The guy who spray-painted racial slurs on the front gate of his own house so he could take center stage of the Racism in America movement. Just because the media never talks about it doesn't mean it didn't happen. I mean, you're telling me that LeBron doesn't have video surveillance on his property? Give me a fucking break. And why the hell would he destroy the evidence before the cops arrive? If this actually happened and somebody sprayed the N-word on LeBron's gate, he'd be on 60 Minutes that night with framed photos of it. He'd still be talking about it today. But he hasn't said a peep since it, air quotes, happened, because it never did happen.
That's how you gonna beat him, but keep underestimating.